Okay, what's up, YouTube? Today, we're going to be looking at some of the games to look out for week 1 of the upcoming college football season. I know it says August 22nd to September 7th. That's because the FCS season already started. So, yeah. And first off, I think the obvious is September. Well, actually, week 1, I don't know. Because LSU Clemson stands out to me. That's about it, though, that I've seen so far. Because LSU, obviously, Lane Kiffin coming in, got a new quarterback, basically just redid an entire roster. LSU favored by 10.5 over Clemson. It's not, I don't know. Who's Clemson? I don't know who Clemson's quarterback is. Is it Christopher? Who's their quarterback? I don't know who their quarterback is. I don't really care enough to find out. But with ESPN having LSU at a 75.3%. So I do think I have LSU winning this game, to be honest. But I do see it being like a pretty good game. I think Dabo's a okay coach, but I don't really know much about this Clemson roster, but I think it'll be a good game. And then, I think Louisville Ole Miss will be a good one too, because of Ole Miss, you got Trinidad Chambliss returning, great quarterback. And then Louisville, they lost to Miller Moss, I believe. And I don't really know anyone else on their roster. Oh, yeah, their starting quarterback is an ex-Buckeye in Lincoln Keenholz. I do know him. I don't really know any of these other players or if they're even starting or not, to be honest. But I like Lincoln Keenholz. I think he'll do good over there. He didn't really play for the Buckeyes, so I can't say much about him, but good guy there. Ole Miss only favored by a 7. I think it's because of the ranking probably, or I don't really know how they're only favored by 7. But I would have them favored by a little bit more, to be honest. But I think I got LSU by 15, I think, something like that. And I think SMU Florida State could be a good one, too. I know FSU lost Tommy Castellanos. He went to Texas Tech. And SMU, I think Kevin Jennings is still there, if I'm not mistaken. So I think in this one, with SMU being favored by 2.5, I think I'm gonna take Florida State plus 2.5. To be honest, I like Florida State. Okay, now move on to week 2, the 8th through the 13th. So I don't know why this is only gonna show like the big games though. It's not gonna have all of them per se. But obviously, right off the bat, OSU Texas. You got Julian Sayin versus Arch Manning. And then the running back room for OSU, I mean, Bo Jackson, Jacoby Jackson, Isaiah West, and the freshman Legend Bay. And then for Texas, I don't know about their running back room. I don't really know about many positions at Texas, to be honest. Besides quarterback and Arch Manning, and he's a freaking dog, so. But with Texas being favored by 1.5, I'm gonna take Ohio State plus 1.5. just because I like what they have over there. Excited to see Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Innes, and Chris Henry Jr. And then, obviously, this is probably a pretty freaking obvious one. With the Wolverines being favored by 1.5, I think that's because they're at home. I believe OU still has John Mateer. But with that being said, I'm going to take the Sooners plus 1.5, but I have them by like 10. And then Alabama, Kentucky, that's almost always a good one, so I like that. I think this will be a pretty entertaining game. I like Alabama, obviously. Then if we keep going down, there's not much entertaining games. Iowa State, always a classic. The Cy-Hawk Bowl, I think it's the Cy, I don't know what it is. I think it's the Cy-Hawk Bowl. But, who's Iowa's quarterback? I know Iowa State just lost their coach in that, but I kind of like they lost their coach, their quarter. Give me Iowa. Give me Iowa after all that happened to Iowa State. Then we're going to go to week 3. Houston, Texas Tech, that's the only one that stands out in these top 3. I think Houston, I think Texas Tech destroys Houston. Alabama, Florida State. Last year, Florida State beat Alabama, but I got Alabama bounce back on that. SMU, Louisville. So, if SMU and Louisville can both win their week 1 matchups, I think they're both, this is going to be a pretty good game, even if they lose. But I think if they both win, it'll be, this is the game right here. LSU at Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin going back to Ole Miss to take on the Rebels. Ole Miss favored by 1.5. I like the Tigers plus 1.5. But, I mean, it's pretty hard to judge, like, the college or whatever. But with the first 3 weeks, I think those are, like, the top games you should watch out for. But, there's always going to be some surprise bangers that are always going to hit. If it's just, like, a Saturday afternoon, you're looking for a game to watch, you turn any of these on, I guarantee you'll probably be entertained. Everything like that. You guys have a good night.